Fuck's sake. Muted again. Why? Anyway, be up, guys. Welcome to the stream. Apologies for the little bit of lateness once again. Anyway, I'm here, but yeah, slightly late again, but never mind. Also, looks like I could be in sort of like in a fight with Rich at the moment because I'm on here the same time as him with Red Devil United, so I'm sort of in a tug of war with him on here at the moment, sort of, you know. But I think you get loads more of these rather than me, mine, let's be honest. So I'm just happy when I do get people in the live chat, and if it's not a lot, I'm not totally bothered. But, you know, he gets loads on his, and he deserves it on his channel, you know. Red Devil United. You know, Rich, great guy, great channel. All of them on there, great people, especially in the live chat. You get, you know, enjoy the crack with all of them. It's all the gas, a big laugh, and obviously with G Wolf and all that as well. Brilliant, all great people. Be up to you, that Irish Pit Terrier. I don't know if you're still in here, bro. If you're still in here, buddy, you're probably on Richie's one now in the live chat. Anyway, but I'll probably go in there. I'll be going in there after this when I've done this stream, which won't be long anyway. Won't be a really long stream. Be up to you, Kev. Hope you're well, buddy. Hope you're all good. Afternoon, mate. Hope you're well. Enjoying the World Cup. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of it's been good. I enjoyed the Germans going out last night on penalties. That was brilliant. Had a massive celebration. The Germans are gone, been sent packing in the bin, thank God, and they're out of it. And let's see how England get on now. Obviously, Congo next, so which is tomorrow, of course. Probably might do a watch along. I might be on another someone else's watch along, maybe. We'll see. But yeah, that's still going on. Of course, the World Cup, the knockout stage now. So yeah, I'm glad the Germans are out. They're gone, and even the penalty shootouts are actually quite exciting, quite entertaining now. I mean, it's just laughable. Some of those penalties are poor, though. I think I saw the one. What was it? Somebody Morocco won 3-2, and they were all over Netherlands. They deserved it. I mean, yes, they both took some poor penalties at times, but in the actual game, Morocco were all over the Netherlands. They had so many chances at the bars and posts, everything. You know, they totally deserved to win that game, Morocco. I thought. Although I was quite happy, very made up for Cody Gakpo. He's had a really terrible time, horrible time with his wife, with their son dying in birth or whatever, and very nasty, very terrible. He's had a bad few days, weeks, whatever. It's not been good for him, so I was made up for him scoring that goal for Holland, Cody Gakpo. So well done to him. Unfortunately, it went out, but I'm sure that was great for him to kind of say, look, I know I've had a really tough time lately, but I've scored a goal in the World Cup. So even though it's in a losing cause, I've still scored a goal. And that means a lot, I think, at the end of the day. Despite a tough time for him. But anyway, people forget we're all human at the end of the day. Even these footballers, you think they don't care. They get loads of money. A millionaire's life almost with loads of money, just kicking the ball about. and get loads of money, and they're not human. They don't have emotions, and well, they still do, and they feel the hurt when things like this happen, and he does, and him and his wife are in a world of hurt at the moment. So, but good, well done to him anyway that he got through it all. It's and scored a goal in the World Cup. But anyway, let's move on to this. It's a transfer stream after all. We're also going to talk about this guy that I spoke about a while back. Well, a little while ago, I think maybe last month, possibly last month. I know it was quite a few weeks ago now. This young guy called Michael Parker, who actually played for West Brom originally for a while, only 21. He's a left-sided centre back and can play as left back, which makes this even more intriguing because we do need somebody who can be a left back as well. That is a big issue for us. That left back at times, when we haven't got Rico Henry when he's injured or whatever else. But it's great when he is playing because he's amazing, superb. Rico Henry, we all know what a great player he is when he stays fit and can carry on. But when he's not there, we have problems at the left back. We more often than not have King Lewis Potter as a left wing back, and he shouldn't be. He's not, I don't think. And even over that side, we could have Aaron Hickey, and he's not a left-sided player either. So, let's get somebody that can play as properly as a left back. And obviously this guy can. So, and he's not going to be really expensive either. And if we can develop him more, I mean, look, he's still only 21. And, I mean, this would be amazing. And we'll go and see articles in a minute. I just want to clear something else up because I've been getting it again now on Facebook. People leaving comments. It's the same lot. You know who you are. Generally the same people on Facebook saying I'm a clown on YouTube, or it's clickbait. This is all basically saying I'm a fraud sort of thing, or what I'm doing. Shut your mouth until it's confirmed and think. Well, look, what I'm doing is I'm not actually. None of this is actually confirmed. These transfers, and I'm just doing what other websites are showing. This is on actual sites, and a lot of it is legit. I'm not giving out any false info, false news. Look at I've done that one actually about Yannick Schuster. I put a lot on there about that, info about that, and said so many things. And what happened? We signed him. We signed Yannick Schuster. So how can you say that's clickbait? It's shit. It's not real. All I'm talking is bollocks, and I'm not giving out the truth here. Which all I'm doing is reporting what it's all saying on there. I could give you all the links. These people that don't believe me, or don't get it, or want to just give me shit, want to be negative and come down on me and give me grief. Why don't you just go and look for your fucking selves at the end of the day? Because it is all on there. The news is all. You can go on there, and what are you going to say? Oh, they're all clickbaiters as well. It's all clickbait. It's all false news. They're all clowns. Because I don't get what your issue is. Your beef. I'm giving out Bees transfer news because this is my club, and I love the Bees. I'm a lifetime almost Bee supporter, pretty much. Since 1980, I've supported the Bees through thick and thin, and a lot of that was thin for quite a while, right? And, I'm never going to say a bad word about this club. I could say, well, look, I still don't believe in this manager sometimes. I could say I've not totally backed him, and I might not totally back him until I see us actually achieve something amazing, like get Europe or win a trophy. I could say, yeah, we could still say it's all a work in progress still, because it probably is. And I don't know what this guy could do in his next season. It's his first season. We finished ninth. We were so close to Europe again. And so Keith Andrews, well done. But we still finished ninth. We finished where Thomas Frank got us to previously. So we've only equalled that, our best. We haven't actually achieved anything apart from staying in the Premier as well. Which is, amazing. It's great. But I want to see us do things now. Let's move on. We've been here 6 seasons now. Well, it will be 6. Right? We're in this Premier League, right? 6 seasons, yeah? So why can we not go on to the next level now that we've been here so long, we're an established team? Why can't we move on to the next level to win something? Or get into Europe, say? Yes, we're never going to win the Premier. That's never going to be the case. It's fancy land saying that we'd ever win the Premier League, because that's never going to happen. We know that. But there are other things to win. There's the FA Cup. There's the Carabao Cup. Why can't we win one of those? Why can't we? Well, I think that's Andrew's job to try and do that, to try and see if he has got that ability, that next big thing, something that Thomas didn't have to get us to the next level. Has he got it? We're gonna find out in this new season. We're gonna find out. So I'm not going to still totally back him, but again, as I say, going back to it, this is still my club. I love this club, no matter what's happening with it. I'm loving it, but I do want to see us reach that next level, sort of thing of winning a proper trophy, or something like that, or getting Europe. But as I say, I'm getting all this shit from people still. It hadn't been for a little while, actually, but it's certainly started up again now. I'm only on here giving news. It is rumours, some of it as well. As I say, it's not confirmed. None of this is read that we're signing any of these players. The Saeed Almana thing, that was very close. We nearly got him, and as the news said, it was down to his family or mother or whatever that said he weren't going to come, or apparently, allegedly, he was saying he was holding out for a bigger club. We didn't exactly know that for sure. That could have come from elsewhere. But we all know if you come to this club, it may not be a massive club, but it's a community club. It's a friendly club. It builds people. It builds players up. It progresses them. They get better. We generally send them on. We get a bigger profit, and that's been the business model at this club for so long, and that's fine. But we all also want to do at the same time. We want to win. We want to get better and win things. We want to do things in this league, and anywhere we want to achieve things as well. We want success as well as just being a business model to buy and sell players, develop players, sell them on. I know it seems like a conveyor belt at this club, but at the end of the day, we are still trying to achieve things. We always will, and I hope we do, because we deserve to. It's going to take a little while, but all I say is to these people that are still being negative and putting me down and saying, I'm a clown, and I'm what I'm saying is clickbait. It's all false. It's not right. and I ain't going to go to Facebook. I ain't going to show these people up for who they are. But they just seem to want to be negative and be arseholes, as far as I'm concerned, about it all. And, you know, but I ain't going to give them any more airtime, any more spotlight, because I know what I'm doing is fine. A lot of it's what a lot of other clubs are doing. They're giving out this at the moment. Red Devil United are doing the same thing. Rich is doing the same thing, reporting what's coming through, what's being said about transfers. I'm doing exactly the same thing here, and on his one, he's not saying, he's not confirming that you know that they've signed them, that the deal's done. And I'm doing the same thing here. I'm not saying the deal's done. I mean, look, that thing with Toure, I was saying that, and I've got a bit more news about that actually. I'm saying that we're preparing a bid, which is actually allegedly true. We are supposed to be preparing a bid, and we are going to be bidding sometime this week. So, you know, if we actually do bid this week, you're going to see that was true, what I'm saying. So how can you rubbish what I'm saying, guys, these people? How can you say that? When you get that news that it's true, that we are bidding, we have bid. Yeah, sorry, going on a bit of a rant here, but I do hate this, that, you know, but it fuels me even more, to be honest, that if people are rubbishing or shitting on what I'm saying, you know, just don't totally believe it. Well, you don't have to, or you don't have to even watch it if you don't want to. You don't watch it. If you're going to just be negative and say it's all shit and wrong, don't watch it. Don't bother watching it. I ain't going to lose no sleep on it. It's no skin off my nose if you don't watch it. Anyway, let's move on. I've had enough talking about that. And Kev, again, it might not be a bad thing you didn't get Europe last season, yeah? Fixture congestion can be a big problem for squads, exactly. Yeah. I'm worried for Sunderland next season unless we recruit well transfer-wise. Yeah, well, that's true, Kev, and I think you can. I mean, you're a very good team. You brought some good players in, as we all know, Xhaka and so forth. Brobby, old Mr. Brobby, as I call him. He's doing well at the World Cup, but he was. They've gone out now, of course, Netherlands. He done quite well there, and you got other good players, Lafay and so forth, and many others. You got some of the others that are actually doing well at the World Cup, some other good players as well. So, yeah, I think you're a very good team. You do need to add a bit more, as you say. Being in Europe, you definitely need to add some more. You need a bigger squad for that, that's for sure. But anyway, let's get on to talking about this guy, Michael Parker, because otherwise I'll just be talking about all this other stuff instead of going on to this, which is what I'm on here to talk about, really. Right, so let's get to this. Hold on a minute. Right. And as I say, it's transfer feed, and I will highlight this again, and I'll say it loud for all the people in the cheap seats at the back. It's a transfer rumour. It doesn't say it's true, it's going to happen. For these people, these cynical, sceptic people that do not believe, and it's just a transfer rumour. Nothing more. It's not saying it's going to happen. Right, so yeah, so Michael Parker, he plays now for Orgrit. Was formerly at West Brom, of course, for a while. So he's, of course, only 21. He's left-footed centre-back, but can play. at left back. And it's saying here he's only 4 million. I'll read this and I think it says maybe less, but I don't know. Yes, I think it's less. But according to footballnews.be, so football, I think that obviously Germany, I would say, website. But they're supposed to be a proper, legit website, obviously. Reporting Brentford is interested in Michael Parker. Parker's current club, Orgrit, is asking for €2 million. So, look, that's not a lot, is it? If this is true, if whatever, that's not a lot of money. While the interested clubs are currently willing to offer up to €1.5 million, Michael Parker is a 21-year-old left-footed central defender who's also capable of playing as a left back, which is what I want to see, which is good. He's got that ability, a utility player, really, that can play either left centre-back or left back, which is our problem area, as I say, left back. We need a good, decent left back when Rico Henry is not playing or whatever. So his contract with Orgrit, I believe, I think that's what you call them, is valid until December 2028, and his market value is €2 million. So really, it's not a lot of money, is it? If it's true, it's not going to cost us much to get this guy, is it? Let's be honest, it's not going to cost a lot. So this would probably be a no-brainer, and if he's really as good as they're saying he is, although you would think, well, why is he no longer at West Brom? Why isn't he over here anymore? If he's that good, I don't know. I can't honestly answer that, but the thing is, he obviously wasn't given a real good chance here. I mean, look, West Brom, look, they're now Championship, of course. Maybe he wasn't the answer at that time for them. And obviously he's gone abroad. That might make him slightly better, because you get to learn more when you play abroad. Obviously it's probably an easier league, maybe, where he's at now. He'll find things out a bit more, less pressure for him. But the thing is, obviously, if he comes here in the Premier, he will find out. It will be tougher for him, probably. But at 21 years old, he's still got a lot more to go. He's got a lot to develop. We could bring that out of him. We know that. We know we do that with these younger players. Yes, we're sort of moving away from it slightly at the moment. We're going for older, more experienced players, like Zian Fleming and Jane Anthony in their sort of middle to late 20s. So we're kind of going, even like Callum Wilson, who's 34. So we're kind of looking at older, experienced players as well as these youngsters that we try and bring in to develop. And like we still are with Toure, he's still young, and we want to bring him in. So I've got more news about that, as I say. But I'll carry on with this first. Michael Parker is emerging as one of the summer's defensive names to watch. Michael Parker is becoming one of the most interesting young defenders on the market after an outstanding start to life with Orgrit IS. The 21-year-old defender who joins a Swedish club, joined the Swedish club in February after his experience at West Brom, has immediately become a key player, featuring in every league game this season and delivering consistently strong performances. Standing at 194 centimetres and capable of playing as a left back or wing back. There we go. Very versatile. Very, very versatile, guys. You know? Parker offers something modern clubs value greatly. Versatility combined with physical presence and athletic ability. So there's the answer there. There's the question there. The answer. The answer there. Why shouldn't we go for somebody like this that offers all that? Yeah, he's still young, and why didn't he work out for him over here with West Brom? Why didn't that work out? I guess we need answers to that maybe, but if he's got all this versatility, and he's not going to be a load of money, it's not going to be really massive amount of money. Why can't we just get him? Because we can get a massive profit on this guy. Look, if he's 1.5 million or something, 2 million euros, whatever, why don't we just pay that? And we can improve this guy, develop this guy easily. This is such a no-brainer, I think. Physical presence and athletic abilities, top speed of 36 km/h has also attracted attention. So he's quick. He's quick as well. Making him an unusual profile for a player of his size. Interest in him is growing rapidly across Europe. Several clubs are monitoring the situation closely with Sunderland, Kev. Sunderland, Kev, are you still there? Sunderland apparently after him as well. Newcastle United, Brentford, FC Copenhagen, Eintracht Frankfurt, Sturm Graz, Red Bull Salzburg, and Sporting CP, all considering potential moves this summer. Bids between €3 million and €5 million could arrive soon. That still ain't a lot, is it? Michael Parker is definitely a name to watch closely in the coming months. And considering his performances and profile, a summer transfer currently looks like a very realistic possibility as things stand. So there we go. I don't know if you're there, Kev, but apparently you're monitoring him as well, Sunderland. Shame if you've gone, mate. But anyway, Sunderland could be after him, but let's just hope you don't nick him from away from us, you know. But anyway, I like the sound of this. Yes, we can debate if it's true or not. If it is just purely rumour, we don't know for sure, but we're going to find out at some stage. You know, we will find out. And if it turns out to be true, well, why not? I mean, it's certainly cheap enough. He's not one of the most expensive players we could go for. And he's got that versatility, which we're crying out for. And we definitely need. We need it. Incredible. And if that happens to be true, we can get him in as left back or wing back. We can get KLP further forward, which is where he should be. He should be more left winger, left sided player, rather than a wing back. A left wing back, he's not. I don't think. Why? He's not really that, is he, Keane Lewis Potter? I don't think so. And he's been found out a bit in that position before, as we've seen. So for me, this is a total no-brainer, an absolute no-brainer, you know. But I don't know. We're going to wait and see with this. For me, this would be a thumbs up if we do this. A total thumbs up. I would go for it. I would say do it if it turns out to be true. Anyway, let's move on, and I'm going to get, as I say, I'm going to give you more info now about Toure that we're after. Still, yes, Newcastle United and Brentford in direct transfer fight. Gordon agent central to deal. Gordon, I suppose, is that would be Anthony Gordon, I take it. Newcastle United and Brentford are battling for TSG Hoffenheim star Bazemana Toure this summer. The left winger joined the Bundesliga side from Hammarby IF in February 2025. There's been a regular last season. He scored 5 goals and contributed 12 assists on 2,525 minutes on 32 matches. His performances haven't gone unnoticed in the Premier League, where Newcastle, Brentford and other clubs are his suitors. Earlier this month, Sport Witness covered claims from Germany of Eddie Howe's side, the Bees and Manchester United's interest. Brentford ahead of Newcastle United. Africa Foot claims there's an intense battle between Newcastle United and Keith Andrews' side. And these two clubs have entered into a direct competition for Bazemana Toure. The Magpies and Brentford are preparing to submit offers to secure his services. TSG Hoffenheim are demanding €50 million for the Ivory Coast international. Considered high by the Premier League club Giro, despite this, the discussions are progressing rapidly, as there's optimism the Bundesliga side could agree for a fee between 40 to 50 million euros. Although I thought I saw those the other day, it was 40. Well, yeah, 40 to 50. But I think I said, I think it's going to be 35 to 40. But anyway, 40 to 50. If that's the case, we're willing to do that. Well, we nearly did it for Saeed Amala, I believe. So the Bees are in the lead and are making rapid progress in their pursuit of the 20-year-old. They are expected to make a concrete offer to the German club this week. Newcastle United are still battling, but without formalising a bid so far. The Magpies would have to step up to get ahead of their Premier League counterpart to secure his services. Eddie Howe's side came close to signing Victor Munoz before Liverpool snatched him away from their clutches. Toure is another option to strengthen their left wing after Anthony Gordon left the Magpies for Barcelona in May. Tottenham Hotspur, Liverpool and Manchester United are also monitoring Toure's situation without making further advances. The Ivorian and his entourage are refusing to publicly discuss his next move. He would have to make a decision if Newcastle United and Brentford were to submit offers. Toure's contract, value and agent info. Basuma Toure has a contract until 2029 and transfer market value him at €40 million. British agency Unique Sports Group, who negotiated Anthony Gordon's Newcastle United exit, managed the TSG to Hoffenheim player. This is something else. Obviously, they're after, it looks like Dusan Vlahovic as well. Italian optimism growing over potential move to Newcastle United. Well, would that be better than if they're going to go for him instead of this Toure? I hope, if that's the case. Let's hope. Although I don't know, is he? Where's he play? Vlahovic? Is he midfield? Don't know. I can't see what it says, but I hope they go for somebody else then, rather than this guy, because it'd be easier for us. But yes, of course, that's why they say it. Sometimes it's tug of war in in the transfer market, and we could be involved in that here by the looks of it with Newcastle. So, I mean, why not? I wish we could get this guy. If this is what we're really looking at seriously, I think we should get him, but it's going to be a tough one. I'm on about obviously Toure, but obviously this Michael Parker as well. Why not? If he's going to be, he's one of the cheaper deals we could go for. Let's hope we go for him. I mean, if anything, it'd prove these doubters wrong, wouldn't it? On Facebook, saying it's all bollocks, it's all untrue. I'm not. I'm an absolute clown, aren't I? I don't know what I'm talking about. I just, why should I put all this false news online about my club that I love? Why would I want to do that? You absolute. Well, I'm not going to say it. They know who they are, and it might make them cry. So it's best not to, eh? They're a little bit sensitive. Oh, boo-hoo. Anyway, let's move on because they're not worth it at the end of the day. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this, guys. I'm going to bounce. Follow me on Insta, Mr. B for Life, 182 on Insta, and I'm on Discord, called Steve the B. Also subscribe to Mr. B Hive Football Chat, obviously this channel. Please smash those likes and keep subbing, guys. Especially if you're new, it's much appreciated as always. I always love your support. It's brilliant, guys. I hope you keep watching. Got a lot of great content coming. More of this, obviously, transfer news, but I'm hoping to do a watch along, or if not, be on someone else's maybe for the World Cup, of course. So, guys, hopefully, you keep watching and keep loving it. I'm still going to keep this going. It's fueling me. I don't care. People criticise me, what I'm doing. I know I'm doing the right thing with this. It's nothing bad. It's up to people's interpretation. If they want to believe what I'm doing is wrong, fair enough. But they don't know what they're talking about at the end of the day, I'm afraid. And anyway, let's move on. I'm going to bounce, guys. I'm getting myself out of here. And thanks for watching once again, live or playback. Until the next one, guys, my true supporters, please check out my next video when it comes, my next stream. Cheers, guys. I'm out of here. Cheers, everyone. Bye.